Good evening, happy Friday. Uh, Let me get some water and let's get the party started. Finally, I got my beer, Netty Ice. Because I don't drink all the way. When I drink beer, I just drink a little bit. So there's no need to buy something expensive. And Netty Ice is great. Netty Ice, I love Netty Ice. It's great beer. And how, well, and how's a whatever, Budweiser, whatever. And how's a Bush, right? Yeah, they make good beers. So I'm glad the computer is fixed. Yeah, the troubleshooting steps it worked. Very happy about that. And this morning, yeah. So last night, yeah. Sorry if I rambled too much. Yeah, I was drunk. That's how I am. What I become of when I'm drunk. I'm like that. Kind of rude, mean. I hate this, I hate that. I'm sorry. My apologies. But I don't think I did make too big a mistake yesterday. Did I? I don't think so. Let boys be boys. Yeah. But yeah, Biggie, they are fantastic piano musician. It's just that I don't like some of the Christmas carols that she played there. There are some Christmas carols I don't like. Alright. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So this morning I was thinking I kind of woke up early. Okay, so I was thinking about this proof of general relativity, and because I was not satisfied with what we had yesterday. Okay. So this morning I thought about it and make a rather big change. Okay. So I'm gonna share that with you. I didn't write anything because we are nearing the end of this brainstorming phase of our project, this proof of general relativity, okay? And yeah, in a minute I'll share that with you, okay? So yeah, we are getting almost done with this formulation of this proof of alternative theory to general relativity, okay? Because some of us think it's wrong, okay? Yeah. So what am I waiting for? I just get my whiskey, so and vodka of the day. Yeah, I just wanna relax a little bit. So the what's that the let me grab my do I have cranberry? Yes I do. Okay. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to travel and Monday, yeah, well I officially got the day off, but something came up, so I had to come back Sunday. I was gonna come back Sunday anyway. I just wanted to take one day off. It was approved, but later on something came up, so I have to go back to work Monday. But happy Friday today. Yeah, I'm going to travel to somewhere in Alaska by car tomorrow, Saturday, and I'm gonna come back Sunday. So yeah, probably I'm gonna bring my computer, like laptop, and I might write when I be in motel, or I might not. Okay, but just in case, yeah, I bring my computer during the trip. So, okay, I'll share it with you. Okay, so I don't think the big change is this. The forces, they are not equivalent. They are hierarchy. How many echelons? Three. It's three-tiered force field theory. Okay, so Force level is this, okay? The kind of forces, uh, let's just narrate, okay? So, electric field or magnetic field, yeah, they're related, interrelated, but we can distinguish the two. Electric field, like positively charged, negatively charged, and the charge comes from electrons and protons, like ion, right? Yeah, so that's where electric field is generated, okay? So electrons and protons, not positron, protons, okay? Electrons and protons in atomic level, subatomic level. So that's a electric field. And electric field, the kind of object that is under the influence of electric field are electrically charged particles. If this object is electrically neutral, then electric force has no influence, hegemony, dominance over this object. So there's electric field, right? Plus and minus, okay? Between the capacitors. And this moving object, let's say golf ball, it will just roll by. Why? Because it's electrically neutral. It's neither positively nor negatively charged object. So it will have no effect whatsoever. Okay? Magnetic field is same way. Magnetic field also it has influence, dominance over hegemony, over influence over object that is magnetic. Or some metals like ferromagnetic, like iron. Okay? But golf ball again, it's not magnetic, right? It's not pure object, it's composite. So there's what's called diamagnetism, paramagnetism, like so slightly attracted to magnets or slightly repelled by magnet. Okay, which one is which? I forgot. Okay, so but they're like mostly non-magnetic. Okay, so especially when an object is not pure but it's composite, yeah, it's non-magnetic. So then magnetic field, magnetic force has no influence, no effect on this magnetic, non-magnetic material. It just zips through, right? Okay, so that's the bottom level of all the natural forces. Why? Because it is too specific. It's not very powerful enough to exert its force. Magnetic force, electric force. It's not affecting, influencing too many objects in the world because most objects in the world they are electrically neutral and non-magnetic. So they have very small dominion. However, they are very big force. Once it's magnetic object, once it's ferromagnetic object, magnetic object like iron, whatever metal that gets attracted by this magnet, right? Or lead. Lead is, I'm not sure if lead is ferromagnetic or not, I forgot. Okay, so some metal, okay? And also electric force is also very strong force. Once a charge, object is positively charged, then it gets heavily influenced by, attracted or repelled by this electric field. It's a very big force. Electric force, magnetic force is a very big force compared to gravitation. Gravitational force. That's very small force. Okay? Now, we'll take 5 minutes break, okay? So we got this first tier, the bottom level force in this 3-tiered force hierarchy in physical universe, okay? Yeah, tail gas was with the second force, second category force. What kind of force belongs to the second category? Third category, what belongs to the third category? Yeah, tail gas. And what are they? What they are, okay? Yeah, if you want to. I'll give you 5 minutes, okay? And I take 5 minutes to myself. All right. Happy Friday. Okay, so let's talk some more about this first tier. Okay. Uh, so it's like this. All right. So electricity. Okay, electric charge. Uh, it comes from electron or proton. Okay. So an electron, proton, they both have mass. Yeah, they're actual material, subatomic particles. Okay. So they have weight, they have mass. Okay. So because electric charge or positive charge, negative charge, positive charge, it needs some substrate. It cannot, negative charge, positive charge cannot just stand alone. You have to live inside of some mass, like electron or proton. Okay? Just like plants, they need substrate, something to grow on. Soil, land, ground, right? Dirt. Animals. I mean, birds can fly in the air, but flipping the wing, birds cannot fly in the vacuum out in the space. Okay, because the way bird flies is through this resistance of the air. Okay, fish, they live in the water, right? So yeah, birds or flying insects, their substrate is air. Fish, their substrate is water, right? Where they can swim. Okay? And but rockets, spaceships, they don't need any substrate. They can sail away in the vacuum out there in the space. Okay? Yeah. Now, virus, bacteria, they do need substrate, like dirt, dust in the air, or this droplet of our body liquid, like whatever, okay? Or on the counter, whatever, kitchen counter, yeah, they need something to sit on, okay? Even birds and insects, flying insects, they still need to perch when they sleep, right? Yeah. So, negative charge and positive charge need something to sit on. Electron and proton, okay? So they have mass, okay? And magnetism, yeah, it's generated by electron, proton, like spin, current. It generates magnetism, okay? North pole, south pole. Okay, so that's why electromagnetism comes from. They are interrelated, okay? So, now, I don't know too much about it, okay? Yeah. And so that's first tier. Second tier is, gravitation. Gravitational force. Only thing it requires is mass. What are some other forces in nature? I mean, well, it could be artificial too. Okay? In the world, natural world and artificial world. So second tier, it require the type of forces that require is just mass. Okay? To have these subjects, let's say these forces are kings and queens. They are subjects, they are citizens that they have power over, control over, dominion over. Okay? They are citizens. Only thing required for this citizenship is mass. So what other forces are there that only requires mass to have some for this force, second tier force to exert their force or influence upon. I give you a minute, okay? Because I want to drink a little bit. It's good beer. I like Natty Ice. It's plain vanilla beer, right? Yeah, it's good. Nothing added, just good beer. I like it. It's what St. Louis, Missouri, right? Yeah, I've been to that town. Very interesting town. Interesting people. It has kind of different vibe. Okay, so felt almost like a foreign country actually. Okay, it was cool, but it was very different. Been there once. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I already gave one example. Second tier, third, first tier. Yeah, electric force or magnetic force. Uh, their citizenship. It requires both mass and either electric charge or ferromagnetism. Okay, yeah, magnetic material. Okay, so on top of mass, you need something else. You need something extra to be citizen of this kingdom in fourth tier level. Okay. Second tier level. Only thing to be a citizen of this kingdom in second tier, and there are several different kinds of forces. Okay, that belong to the second tier, second category. One example is gravitation. What are some other examples? To be influenced by this kind of forces, the only thing that's required is mass. Okay? Yeah, I'll give you another minute. Yeah. Let me get some Tums. By the way, how was your week? I hope you have a very good one, okay? I hope you have a very good one. Hmm? Mine was very busy and busy is good. I mean, sometimes kind of stressful, you know. but without unhappiness at work, you cannot feel happiness at home, okay? Unhappiness is a relative concept, okay? So I mean, it's not bad at work. It's just stressful sometimes because you're so busy. All right, sometimes. Yeah, this work it was good. It was very productive, but it was very stressful this week. That's why I go to travel tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, time is up. What's your answer? What are your answers? Yeah, tell me. I'm kind of curious how this puffball. I'm gonna discard this, okay, because it doesn't smell good. Yeah. I'm gonna discard this. I'll give it some more time, okay? So, puffball mushroom vodka was a spectacular failure. It's no good. Okay, so next time like next year the puffball season is over, puffball mushroom. Next year when I find it, I'll just take it and wash it and eat it because it tastes really good. But vodka is not a good match for puffball mushroom. Yeah, it didn't smell good. Yeah. Not at all. So, anyways, all right. Okay, let's compare answers. Okay, I'll give you enough time. Wind force, or jet engine force. Okay, engine, any kind of engine force, or any kind of wind force. By wind force, we mean the air wind. Okay, air wind. So gravitation and wind force, and or any physical force, somebody pushing or some, yeah, just pushing force, any physical kind of mechanical force or engine force. Okay, the objects influenced by this engine force or mechanical push force, or like wind is air pushing an object. Okay, so any physical object is pushing, or gravitation, those are the forces that belong to the second tier, where the citizens of this kingdom, where those forces are the kings. The citizens of this kingdom is the only thing that's required to be citizen of these kingdoms is that they have a mass. Okay? Alright. They don't have to have, like, they may have some magnetism or electric charge, but it's not required. Okay? Let's say this object is electrically charged, or this object is magnet. It's like, okay? Yeah, as long as they have mass, they will be influenced by this gravitation or pushing force or wind force, engine force, roll over kind of whatever. Okay, so that's the second tier. Okay? Yeah. Then what would be the third tier force? This is where we break apart from the Mr. Einstein's general relativity. Okay, and yeah, it's kind of disproof, but not exactly. It's kind of an alternative explanation, but as far as I can see, it's a better way to look at it, better way to look at things, better way to look at the universe and explain things. Okay, so this alternative theory, the three-tiered force theory, I think it's the theory that's superior to Einstein's general relativity, and also they're incompatible. Okay, so my prediction is that, yeah, this three-tiered force theory, three-tiered force field theory is going to replace general relativity one day. I hope it does, because I think it's more correct, right? And but whether it's going to happen or not, that I don't know, and that I don't care. Right? I do my job. Okay. It took me a long while for me to figure this out. How long? I guess a couple of hours in the morning, today's morning. Okay, but I just struggle. Right? I was like, forces, they should be equivalent according to Mr. Einstein. Yeah, principle of equivalence. So it was very difficult for me to break apart from that convention, Einsteinian convention. The forces are equivalent. Okay, like his unified field theory. But later on, I realized after a couple of hours of struggle, it's just inevitable and it is necessary that to posit that forces are not equivalent. So there have to be three tiers, echelon, hierarchy. For each category, yeah, there are forces, they are equivalent to each other. So it's very like philosophical, metaphysical. Okay? Yeah, Mr. Einstein, he was not a philosopher, okay? Mr. Galileo, Signore Galilei, he was very, very much philosophical. So was Rene Descartes. Some scientists, like Newton, or because Principia Mathematica, like Isaac Newton, right? Or he wrote some books like Principle of Natural Philosophy or something like that. So Isaac Newton and Galilei, Rene Descartes, they are very philosophical people too. But Mr. Einstein, he's not. Just look up his quotes, Mr. Einstein's quotes. It's more like arrogant attitude, okay? He does not have any philosopher's depth. That's why he failed, okay? Because he knew nothing about philosophy. Okay? Where he failed, we will succeed. That's line from Matrix, right? Yeah. Yeah. But the movie Matrix has some philosophy in there, right? Yeah. Okay, let's take 5 minutes break, okay? Yeah, so what will be the third tier force? Okay? In terms of the requirement of the citizenship. Why don't you take a guess, okay? For me to figure this out, it took me about 2 to 3 hours in the morning before I went to work. And I did struggle because I was not quite satisfied of what we had found yesterday, right here, okay? Yeah, ethereal wind, right? So I'm kind of giving you hint, okay? It was a struggle in the morning, okay? But I'm grateful to God that He gave it to me, okay? But it was a struggle, okay? All right, let's take 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Yeah. Take a guess, okay? What would be the third tier force? Right. Okay. Happy Friday, everybody. Let me wash my face. Okay. So, um, yeah, I guess I kind of gave it away, right? Yeah, it's the ether wind force. Ether wind force. Yeah. Then what's the required criteria for the citizenship of this force field of by this ether wind? What is required? It took me a while, okay, but 2 to 3 hours in the morning before I went to work this morning, okay. I kind of struggled, okay, but so I give you like 5 minutes to think about it, okay? Because you're smarter than me, right? So, yeah, granted. Noted. Yeah, you're smarter than me, so probably it'll take just 5 minutes for you. It took me a couple of hours, okay, so. Yeah. What's the required citizenship of this ether wind force kingdom? It's, hint, it's kind of philosophical and metaphysical, okay, so. That's why Mr. Einstein couldn't get it. Why? Because he's no philosopher. Look at all his quotes, okay? It's no good. He does not have philosophical depth, alright? So that's why he failed. And we are succeeding where he failed because we know some philosophy, okay? So, yeah, it does help to learn widely, right? So that's one thing good about Korean education system. Back then, when I was in high school, middle school, elementary school, yeah, I didn't like it because everything was mandatory. Every single subject was mandatory. We had to learn everything, and that's a good thing. We didn't have a choice. K-12 in Korea, South Korea, okay. We didn't have a choice what subject to take or not take. We had to learn everything. And I think it's good, okay? Yeah, mandatory education. Because it helped, okay? Yeah, what you learn in philosophy helps in physics. Because behind the scene, they are all interconnected. Mathematics, physics, biology, philosophy, politics. That's what we do in humanology. We want to find that thing, and actually we have already found those things. Mostly, I think humanology is pretty much done. Okay, so we pretty much found everything that there is to know. Okay, so some unchanging commonality, the principles, patterns, right, behind all these diverse phenomena. Yeah, what's the common denominator? We found that stuff. Already found those stuff. Okay, one of them is copium, concept of copium. Okay, and yeah, other things, yeah, some humanological metaphysics like form versus substance, unchanging substance. The form external thing is changing, but substance itself doesn't change. Okay, so yeah, this humanological metaphysics. Mostly it's copium. Okay, so and also didualism, right? The dualism, double dualism. Okay, so. Hmm? Yeah. Uh, I'm not sure. Has it been like 5 minutes yet? I don't know. 'Cause I don't want to rush this thing. Okay. Let's take time. It's Friday, right? I want to give you ample time to think about this. Okay. Yeah. Feel free to pause and come back if you want to. Okay. Yeah. Because this is important. Okay. It's disproof of general relativity. Okay. So yeah, on alternative theory, that contradicts general relativity. Okay, so replacement, substitute, but enhancement, betterment, progress. Okay, so yeah, sorry about yeah, better. It didn't look right. Okay, hair sticking out like there. It didn't look right. So okay, now it's balance between symmetry and asymmetry. Okay, hairstyle. Yeah, you don't want to be too asymmetric. You don't want to be too symmetric. You want to be like half and half, right? Half symmetric, half asymmetric hairdo. And also in music, I was listening to radio this morning. Yeah, this fantastic music by the Eagles member. I don't remember his name. Yeah, maybe I'll sing you that song later on. All she wanna do is dance, dance, dance. Okay, I love that song. It's a classic in 80s, I think. Yeah, yeah. Eagles, whatever. The Hotel California, right? The band leader, they kind of disbanded. So this lead band singer got went solo, and I think he was solo when he sang this song. All you wanna do is dance. Okay, love that song. Yeah, it's the repeating theme. All she wanna do is dance, dance, dance. There's recurring theme, but there's a minor variation. It's balance between repetition and variation, sameness and difference. Balance between sameness and difference, identity and difference, identicality and difference. Okay, sameness and difference. Okay, the balance between the two. Okay, so yeah, that's the musicology of that song. All you wanna do is dance. We used to sing that song, right? I used to sing that song right here. I was like, well, I guess I was doing mathematics, right? When the rest of the world is burning, all she wanna do is math. We're doing mathematics, okay? Of course, I'm not she, I'm he. Whatever. Well, I kind of sing like a girl sometimes. Okay? Well, maybe most of the times. I like falsetto voice, okay? So I gave you enough time, okay? So, yeah, it's ether, wind. Also, what does it require citizenship? Space. Okay. Does electromagnetism is electromagnetism? I mean, light, photon. Is it subject to this force field of ether? Yes. But not gravity though. Why? Because it has no mass. Okay. How about anything else? Yeah. So we have three-tiered hierarchy, okay? And there's a subset superset relationship. On top, you have ether wind. It dominates everything below. Okay. Second tier, it does not dominate the citizens of the third tier, but it does dominate citizens of second tier and third tier. Okay. So there's superset subset concept here. Okay, so let's take a break. Okay, so yeah, it's still developing theory. Okay, so let me think about this. Okay, so yeah, it is mathematical and it is philosophical. Okay, so I just realized there's still some room to improve. Okay, so we'll grab a whiteboard. We haven't used this whiteboard a long time, right? We're gonna grab it, okay, and we'll draw it out. In 5 minutes, okay? Very good. Let me feed my blueberry vodka, okay, with vodka. Let me feed blueberry with vodka, okay, so. Alright, so. I have to be very careful because I'm wearing white and blueberry is very blue. It's gonna stain if I spill, so I have to be very careful. This color white is the only color is color, so it's very easy. It's very easily tainted with other colors. Okay, so all right, it will take 5 minutes. Okay. All right, let's grab whiteboard, shall we? Yeah, we are done with special relativity, so we have all these boards that we can use because we can erase this notes about special relativity because we are done with it. All right, we already disproved that stuff. So, okay. Yeah. Hey, whiteboard, it's been a long time. Long time no see. So my friends laugh when I tell them, yeah, when I study mathematics and physics, I drink vodka or whiskey. Or in this physics paper I wrote in the screenplay format, this Alaska moose, hood moose, neighborhood moose, right, residential moose. which we really love, okay? Yeah, we love Alaskan moose. When they stop by, oh, they're always welcome guests. We take pictures, you know. I don't feed them, okay, but some people do. I think that's fun. Interaction with wild animals. Yeah, I don't see any problem. I mean, you don't want to feed bears. Why? You're gonna only whet his appetite, and he will come after you. Why? Bears are hungry. Okay, so if you feed them, they will come eat you. Okay, why? Because they are not satisfied yet. They just had appetizer, and you're the main meal. Okay, so feeding bears, that's not a good idea. Okay, so because they are dangerous, right? Every year in Alaska, about 10 people get injured, about one person die from bear attack, right? Bears, yeah, they eat people, okay? Uh, I mean, it's not too common that bears eat people, but they do. It depends on bears, right? Some bears eat people, okay? So, yeah, feeding bear is not a good idea, okay? So, because they are very hungry, okay? So they will not be satisfied with piece of barbecue meat. No, they will want a lot more, okay? But feeding small animals or even big animals like moose, no problem. Why? They are herbivores. They don't eat people. Okay, so I think feeding moose is fine, okay? Or feeding ducks or geese, I think that's fine. If there are any regulations that prohibit people from feeding those small animals like raccoon dogs or whatever, those regulations and laws should be repealed and gotten rid of, right? Yeah. They talk about conditioning, habituation, no problem, okay? Yeah, I think feeding animals is just fine, unless they are bears. Okay, feeding bears, that's not a good idea. Because they're gonna not just bite the feeding hand, they will eat the feeding body. They do eat people. Okay, bears, yeah, they eat people. All right. Some of them, by the way. Okay, so we have tier number one, okay? Let's index it. 1, 2, 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3, okay? Your electromagnetism, I mean electric force and magnetic force, okay? What's the required citizenship? Yeah, charge, electric charge, or and magnetism. Okay. And yes, mass. They are required. Why? Because electric charge and magnetism, okay, magnetic spin, and they need some substrate to live on, like proton, electron, okay? So they cannot just electric charge and magnetic spin, magnetism they cannot just exist without any substrate, mass, some substance, okay, some object that they can reside in. Alright? Okay. Second tier, you have gravitational force, okay? And you have wind force, and you have any kind of some pushing force or pulling. We just call it physical force, okay? Now we call it engine, okay? So like motor. We just call it engine. We call it motor, okay? So yeah, engine or motor, okay? Any kind of pushing Okay. So would I require citizenship? Yeah, just mass. Okay. Now, but if it has mass, it requires some space, right? Yeah, so it's implied. We'll talk about that too. There's some set theoretical inclusion, this subset concept between this requirement, citizenship requirement, okay? Yeah, so this paper will exceed 50 pages because this this proof of general relativity uh, is taking longer than I thought it would be. There's a lot more to it than I thought. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Now, third tier, you have ether wind, ethereal force. Okay. The only thing that's required is space. Does photon electromagnetic wave, does it occupy space? Yes. But it does not require mass. Electromagnetic wave, photon, okay, it can exist in vacuum. It does. The only substrate it requires is space. But it does occupy space because electromagnetic wave, it has wavelength and amplitude. Yeah, it's a wave, electromagnetic wave. It does take some space. And that's the only required citizenship. Okay? So when it comes to subset in set theory, yeah. So ethereal force, it dominates. So what are some example? Yeah, you have the charged particles. You have ion, magnet, ferromagnet, okay. I don't know how to spell this. Ferromagnetism. Ferromagnetic materials. Whatever. And here you have sand grain, glass. Yeah, the kind of citizen that does not belong to the first tier but only second tier, yeah, they cannot be electrically polarized or they cannot be magnetic. There should be no magnetic. So you have sand grain, glass, you have wood, plastic, okay? They're electrically neutral and they are magnetically neutral, but they have mass and they occupy space, okay? So, and here you have light. Parenthesis, open parent, photon, okay? Close parent. Yeah. Yeah, so citizenship, yeah, this guy's the biggest, okay, so this is subset, okay, so okay. Ethereal force, ethereal king, it dominates everything, anything that occupies space, okay. And actually there is fourth tier. Fourth tier exclusive citizens, they don't even require space to exist. What are they? I'll give you like 10 minutes, okay? It's been 1 hour and we'll stop and restart, okay? This fourth level, that's domain of metaphysics. But third and below, that's physical domain, physics. Fourth and above, they are domain of metaphysics, philosophy. Okay, we'll talk about that in 10 minutes, okay? Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting, okay? So, all right, I'll see you in 10 minutes.